He did it again. Offset just set the internet on fire after newly surfaced court documents revealed he allegedly hired one of Hollywood's most aggressive divorce attorneys, a woman known for extracting seven-figure settlements from actors, athletes, and Silicon Valley executives. The rumor hit the blogs late last night, but by morning it had spiraled into a full-blown digital earthquake. Fans were stunned, not because the divorce was unexpected, but because of the attorney's reputation. This wasn't some quiet collaborative law expert. This was a shark. And the moment her name started trending, people understood Offset might be preparing for a scorched earth battle. The first claim leaking from this legal move is that Offset allegedly wants access to Cardi B's endorsement portfolio. The request stunned people because Cardi's deals range from beauty to fashion to beverage contracts, many of which she negotiated after leaving him. According to entertainment attorneys online, the only way Offset could petition for a share is if he believes Cardi's work during their marriage contributed to joint assets he feels entitled to. But that reasoning isn't landing well with fans. One viral comment read, "You lost the woman, you lost the home, and now you want her brand deals? Be serious." Another thread that exploded on X claimed Offset's attorney will review the Atlanta mansion and other shared properties to determine what he can legally pursue. Fans quickly connected the dots. The Atlanta home is the same mansion Cardi once described as the place where most of their arguments happened behind closed doors. Some supporters say Offset is chasing the past instead of accepting that Cardi has moved on with Stefon Diggs. Others argue it's a strategic legal posture designed to intimidate, not actually win the property. Whatever the reality is, the request made one thing clear. This divorce is nowhere near ending quietly. Cardi's team responded fast, and their energy was unmistakable. Within hours, one of her senior reps allegedly told a reporter, "The only thing he's getting back is his luggage." That line instantly became the quote of the day. It was reposted tens of thousands of times, turning into a catchphrase used under every Offset-related update. The tone was sharp, dismissive, and unapologetic. It reminded people of something they often forget. Cardi's camp knows how to fight back, and they are not intimidated by his legal theatrics. Meanwhile, fans revisited the moment Cardi publicly separated from Offset and began dating Stefon Diggs. The timeline has always fascinated people. She didn't hide her feelings. She didn't pretend. She didn't offer vague explanations. She walked out, protecting her peace and her future, and never looked back. But Offset, according to fans, never accepted that finality. One user wrote, "He's been fighting to get her back since she walked out that door, and now it's like he's fighting her instead of fighting for her." That sentiment resonated, because his recent behavior doesn't look like closure. It looks like denial. What really intensified the emotional pulse online was how deeply Offset appears to be struggling with the reality of Cardi building a new life with Stefon Diggs. People say every time Cardi posts a smiling moment, Offset surfaces with a cryptic message or a legal move. One fan joked, "Every time Stefon breathes near Cardi, Offset files another motion." Others said it's painful watching a grown man refuse to wake up to the fact that this chapter is over. Even journalists covering the story have described Offset as caught between heartbreak and ego. Then there's the Stefon factor. Cardi's relationship with the NFL star changed the texture of the entire situation. Fans believe Offset thought she would eventually return or at least remain emotionally available. Instead, she built a new family dynamic, had a new baby, and publicly embraced her happiness. Reported insiders claim Offset sees this as a deeper betrayal, not because Cardi wronged him, but because he never expected her to move forward with someone who treats her so differently. That contrast hurt his pride. A post circulating online claims Offset allegedly told a friend he still feels married in his heart. The quote is unverified, but it matches what fans have observed for months, an inability to let go. It's why the legal escalation feels less like a financial move and more like an emotional plea disguised as strategy. People are comparing it to the classic celebrity pattern where the partner who caused the breakup struggles the most when the other finds peace. Cardi, on the other hand, has been quiet. No rants, no subtweets, no messy back and forth. She's been posting her baby, her music updates, and her nights out with Stefon. That silence has been louder than anything she could have tweeted. Fans interpret it as confidence, others interpret it as exhaustion. But either way, her calmness stands in sharp contrast to Offset's increasingly chaotic public moves. And now, sources claim Offset's new attorney is preparing a filing that may shift public opinion. Nobody knows what that means. Nobody knows what angle he plans to take. But if his strategy so far is any indication, the next step will be explosive. The question now is simple. Is Offset really trying to win assets? Or is he trying to win Cardi? And what happens when the legal system becomes the battleground for a love story that ended a long time ago? Overnight, the narrative took another turn when an entertainment blogger claimed Offset's attorney was preparing to argue emotional and professional contributions to Cardi's empire. The phrase instantly ignited debate. Fans said it sounded like a strategic attempt to convince the court that Offset played a meaningful role in the image Cardi crafted, even in the years after their separation. Others argued the strategy was simply a way to justify demanding a portion of her endorsement earnings. One viral comment summed up the mood. "You didn't help build her brand after she left you. You helped build the reason she left." The sentiment was harsh, but reflected the frustration simmering among Cardi supporters. An alleged insider from Cardi's label said her team saw the move coming weeks ago. According to that source, the reason they responded publicly and bluntly is because they wanted to signal strength. This wasn't about money. This was about making it clear that intimidation wasn't going to work. Cardi's moved on, and that point resonated across social media. Every time someone tried to reframe the narrative as Offset versus Cardi, fans corrected it. The conflict isn't between them anymore. It's Offset versus reality. Meanwhile, Stefon Diggs unintentionally became part of the unfolding legal storm. Fans pointed out that Offset's latest motions emerged right after Stefon and Cardi attended a family event, together, smiling, laughing, and moving like a deeply bonded couple. One fan wrote, "It's not the mansion he wants, it's the life she has without him." The emotional maturity in Stefon's presence has become a talking point too. Supporters say Cardi glows differently around him. She's calmer, softer, more secure. That visible difference stings for Offset loyalists who still hoped reconciliation was possible. The whispers about Offset not wanting to wake up began trending again, especially after a podcast host claimed he's been telling private circles he's not ready to accept the finality. The comment was allegedly made months ago, but resurfaced as fans continued piecing together the emotional timeline. Cardi's clarity plus Offset's denial created a painful tension that is now spilling into legal documents. Even commenters who still sympathize with Offset admit the optics are getting worse. Trying to take her properties when she already left you emotionally, spiritually, and physically? This isn't love, this is panic. One of the more intense reactions came after people realized Offset hired an attorney known for aggressive media tactics. Some fans speculated she may push for leaked angles or public pressure to strengthen his negotiating position. Cardi's team is reportedly well aware and preparing countermeasures. A PR strategist wrote, "If anyone thinks Cardi's people won't clap back, they're forgetting how she survived the industry. Calm doesn't mean weak. Quiet doesn't mean unprepared." The comment reminded viewers how Cardi navigates chaos by pulling back until she has something definitive to say. At the same time, blogs began circulating screenshots of fan commentary claiming Cardi's happiness with Stefon is what triggered this entire legal escalation. The theory suggests Offset sees her building a life with the new man and can't accept being replaced. Some people even connected the timing of the alleged filings to Stefon's recent milestones. But others defended Offset, saying heartbreak doesn't make someone irrational. Heartbreak exposes the cracks that were already there. Even those sympathetic, though, couldn't defend the idea of going after someone's endorsement portfolio. Cardi, still silent, posted only one message during the frenzy, a photo of her baby and a caption about being grateful. Fans said the calmness of the post felt intentional, like she was deliberately ignoring the chaos, choosing peace instead of confrontation. It also illustrated the contrast between their current lives. Offset is allegedly preparing battle plans. Cardi is enjoying her family. The juxtaposition made some supporters wonder whether his attorney's next move might deepen the divide permanently. Then came the rumor that the attorney could attempt to argue for emotional and professional contributions tied to the marriage. Legal analysts said the argument is flimsy, but not unusual. Celebrities often attempted to improve settlement leverage. Still, fans dragged the idea relentlessly. One user wrote, "Lifestyle adjustments? Sir, you adjusted his life for years." The mockery made its rounds for hours, weakening whatever sympathy Offset still had in the comment sections. By evening, the speculation shifted from legal battles to emotional truth. Many viewers expressed that what Offset really wants isn't money or property. He wants the version of Cardi that existed before